¿Qué tal, amigos? Stuart here from Spain Speaks. Today coming to you from Cuenca, which is a small city located in Castilla-La Mancha, and the quality of life that a place like this could offer somebody should you be looking to come and live in a city in Spain that's perhaps not as big as Madrid or Barcelona. Cuenca would be the perfect size city. It's about an hour and a half east of Madrid, well connected to the capital city. It's also fairly well connected to other cities in Spain, Valencia for example, and it is an attractive city in this part of the world. The summers are quite hot, the winters are quite cold, more or less on line with a place like Madrid in that regard, but the quality of life that you could get in a smaller city like this is absolutely fantastic and well worth considering should you be thinking of a smaller Spanish city. The majority of Spanish cities this size, you're going to have your old part of the city, very historical, then you're going to have new parts of the city as well, where it's easier to live. Normally they're down below, they're flat, you've got access to all of the different services, you've got your banks, you've got your schools, you've got your restaurants and everything that you need in the newer parts of the city. And of course that's where you'd be obviously looking to live. You wouldn't want to live up in the, the old historical part of the city where you're in an old building where it's going to cost you a lot of money to maintain. So you can imagine living in a place like I have behind me here, that's basically hanging over a cliff. So you'd want to be looking to get a place in the newer part of the city, and we'll have a look at some of those areas a little bit later as well. There's also a lot of different sports you can do in this area as well. Apart from rock climbing, you've got the river down there. There's two rivers here. You've got the Júcar and the Hueca. You can most likely practice canoeing along a river like this as well. You've got a place here that they call the beach. It's I don't know whether it's a pool or part of the river where people congregate to swim in the summer months, because it does get quite hot here, cold in winter, hot in summer. That's the characteristic of a place like Cuenca. But you're not that far from the coast either. You're probably only 200 kilometers away from Valencia, so you could easily hit the coast at the weekend as well. And of course, another one of the keys in a city like this is the cost of living. It is a lot cheaper to live in a city like Cuenca than it is to live in a city like Madrid or Barcelona, Seville, etc. Here the cost of living, getting a rent, finding a place to live, your day-to-day costs, your going out costs here are going to be a lot cheaper than in a big city. So from that point of view, well worth checking out a place like Cuenca. Another thing you've got to mention here is also the quality of the local produce. You can get lots of regional products, regional foodstuffs, which are also great, and that's one of the pros of living in a place like this. And even if you come up to here and look at these views every day, it is surely worth your while. Let's go and check out these views that we've got here. Unbelievable. So these are the views that I was talking about. You've got the Parador just over here, you've got the hanging houses over here, very popular tourist place here in Cuenca, and the valley down here with the Hueca river. Cuenca is surrounded by two rivers, the Júcar, as we saw yesterday, and the Hueca, which is the one that runs down here. Amazing views. And you'll be able to walk down these old streets here in Cuenca almost by yourself on a daily basis if you wanted to get a feel for the history of a place like this. Unbelievable. Just try to avoid the tourist groups. Now, tourism obviously is the main motor of this economy. Thousands and thousands of tourists coming here every day. Weekends absolutely packed. Lots of services related to tourism, so that's the main thing that's moving the economy here in Cuenca. There's also agriculture and a lot of different service type jobs. If you wanted to come and work in a place like this, you could teach English obviously, get a job in tourism, maybe as a tourist guide. So there are options if you wanted to come and work here. Okay, so here we are now in the newer part of town, and if you're going to live in a place like Cuenca, this is where you'd be. A lot of flats down in this part of town. You've got access to parks, sports facilities, everything that you need to live comfortably in a place like this you have in this area here. Public libraries, all of the public services here, got social security services, hospitals, everything is down in this part of the town. So this is where you would be looking to live. Now another great thing about Cuenca is the quality of the local cuisine, good food and good wines as well. Something that's really improved over the last few years, the quality of the wines in this region, La Mancha. Great wines, great food. You won't be disappointed in that regard. So that's Cuenca almost done and dusted. I've got nothing but good things to say about this place here. 5 stars, thumbs up. Great place to come and live. Should you be looking for a smaller size city? Like I said before, around 60,000 people, everything's manageable. You've got great parks, you've got a river here as well, great sports facilities. The cost of living a lot less than in the bigger Spanish cities. You're well connected, you've got access to AVI trains, you can get to the coast fairly quickly, you can get into Madrid if you need to, but you wouldn't really need to because you've got all of those services, as I said before. Everything that you need to do, you could do it here in a city like this. So great place, keep it in mind, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Hasta luego.